Hey, what's good, fellas? What's good, YouTube? If you are 50 pounds plus overweight, stop, listen, don't panic. I got you. Do not, and I repeat, do not attempt to go Spartan mode. Don't attempt to go beast mode. Don't attempt to go balls to the wall. We're going to slow the fuck down, bro. We're going to slow down and we're going to pay attention and we're going to listen. What I want you to do, I want you to follow me though. On my thumbnail, you probably saw my before picture and my current picture. I ain't really ashamed of it. I didn't want to get into the space really because I didn't want to have to show people that before picture because your boy was cooked. I'm talking about cooked. Sunday dinner cooked, like on what's it called? Soul Food. Y'all remember that movie Soul Food? When they had all that good food that you're not supposed to eat, that we keep coming to the table to eat every Sunday and shit, right? And that was supposed to be a sign of love, but in general, it's you surviving and eating shit we're not supposed to eat. I mean, great movie if you look at, the core of it, about being family. But, if you look like me or you Latino and we actually season your food or whatnot, that's a joke. We grew up eating that type of shit, right? Not thinking about health, not thinking about the long-term effects. You just don't know. But it's 2026 now, and we have so much information that's available that'll help you out. But you ain't necessarily got to listen to what other folks say. I just simply want you to follow me because I'm living proof, right? But I'm living proof in more than one area. I'll show you how I got big, got a bunch of money, got bigger, lost a bunch of money, and then, probably about to lose a lot of other stuff too. But once again, follow me and I'll show you how to get it all back. I don't want to throw too much religion and stuff like this because, people got their own ideals and beliefs. But whatever you lose, I'm a firm believer in God to give it back to you 10 times over. Once you get yourself together, once you submit, and once you truly understand the value of what you're being taught in these seasons. I feel like I'm in my David and Job season, but me having a heart of gold, me always willing to do what I need to do for everybody else. But finally, for once in my life, I'm doing something that's good for me. I'm doing something that's good for Sean. So with that being said, let's start at the beginning, right? And so you can follow me and I can teach you how to get to the promised land. Bruh, I was 315 pounds at my heaviest. 315 pounds, making good money, nice cars, nice house, whatever you think of, I had it, right? It was all at my fingertips, but I was unhappy in a sense of, just not really feeling like I'm my true self because I had these things. That's all they were things. I was able to buy my lady and my children things. And I thought it would make me feel good. I mean, it made me feel good in the moment, but when it wears off, it's like, damn, what the fuck are you really doing, right? And as a men, we gauge ourselves and we gauge how we respect other men on how much they make and what their title and position is, which is all the way the fuck wrong. But it takes a level of maturity to understand that it's not even about that. That's about, you finding your peace and happiness. For one, if you're looking for your peace and happiness in a bitch, go ahead and get off this channel because a lot of us made that mistake a long, long time ago. And I'm here to teach you not just how to get 50 pounds off, but how to shift that mindset too. Because you have to be an insane motherfucker to drop almost 100 pounds in 10, 11 months. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of converting negative energy into positive energy. And don't get it fucked up, bro. I still go through shit. Like, I still get tried and tested in many ways that I'm trying to evolve in. For one, I don't like to argue no more. I'm not going to argue no more. But there's certain buttons that get pushed that sometimes I kind of succumb a little bit, but I pull myself back together. But that's progress. It's not perfection, right? And whenever you go along this journey, you need to understand that progress takes time. Stop starting a diet. Stop trying to get some shit started and thinking it's going to change overnight. Because let me tell you, it's not. If everybody could work out real, real hard for 6 hours and had a dream body at the end of it, 90,000 motherfuckers would do it. But that's not how it worked. It took me 8 years to put on 100 pounds of fat. It took me 8 years to get out of just shape, just looking like shit. I mean, literally, I went from shit to fit. And people don't understand that feeling. But I know it's somebody out there, I know you and you and you, whoever watching, This is going to affect you, and I'm going to give it to you real and raw because that's the only way I know how to do it. When you own this journey, you have to understand that it's going to take patience, right? It took you 10, 11 years to get that fat. It's going to take you at least a year to get it right. Me, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it was genetics. No, I mean, yeah, I'm black. I'm 6'2", and, you know, I got some real good genes, but I'm in the phase of uncovering that shit, right? But genetics ain't got nothing to do with the heart. Genetics ain't got nothing to do with your discipline and your willpower, because that's really all it is. Willpower is discipline. It's just whitewashed, right? Discipline is the hard word. Willpower is the word that makes everybody feel better. I'm not here to make you feel better. I'm here to give you the real. I'm here to tell you how I did it and why you should follow me in order for you to do it too. If you a high earning man, if you a middle class man, or if you a man that don't make that much money, there's no reason why we have to walk around 300 plus pounds or, at least 15% body fat. But you're gonna have people that life happens, man. And I'm no different. Life happened to me. And guess what it was? Comfort and laziness. That's the only thing that happened to me. Comfort and fucking laziness. So if you stop these things now, or if you prescribe it early, you don't have to rebuild your life. You don't have to start over. I've said this a few times already, and I'm gonna keep reiterating it. We all got a significant other or a girl or whatever it is, and they always saying, oh, baby, you look fine just the way you are. I met you this way, but I love you this bitch is lying, bro. I'm telling you, listen to what I'm saying. A woman will look you dead in your fucking eyes and lie to you. You are not attractive to her no more. You are fat. Bro, I asked my lady, was I ever not attractive to you no more? No, it was never that. Part of me want to believe that shit, but then I scroll through these fucking pictures and I'm like, how the fuck could you lay next to this motherfucker? Like, how the fuck could you even be proud to be seen with a dude like this in public? And some women say, oh, it's because of love. Whatever. You tell that lie to your fucking daddy, because biology is fucking real. And that's one thing I'm trying to preach to some of the guys who've been reaching out to me on the slick. Like, damn, you know what, Sean? Well, when you got your paper right, when you touch your paper, you ain't got to worry about body game. I was like, oh, word? He's like, yeah, because I make this much. I got this, I got that. I said, I think it's interesting, though. Well, why you say that? I said, because you may have all that paper and shit, and you might do what you do with your money, but I promise you your bitch be thinking about somebody else that look like me or getting close to where I'm going to be, but they just dealing with you because they genuine desire is with the guy who take care of himself. It's just not about the body. People respect the discipline. People respect what it takes that goes into this shit. My guy, you can buy a Ferrari. You can buy a Lamborghini. You can buy a 68 Hemi Cuda, but you can't buy a fucking body. And if you do, that's a whole nother level of lazy. You know what I mean? It's like, you can put in the work and change. And that's what I had to do, guys. I had to change my mindset. I came up with non-negotiables. I had to keep promises to myself because as a man, our word means everything. And I got to say, I made a lot of bad decisions in my life, especially when it came to bread, came to just how I did certain things. I can't say I lost respect for myself because I always found a way to make it work. But I kept fucking off my word because I just knew I can buy it back. Guys, don't do that shit. Make non-negotiables with yourself. I said, Sean, you're going to wake up at 3:50, 4 o'clock every morning, whether you feel like it or not. So what you do, guys, you got to start somewhere. That was my start. I was like, you know what? Instead of me laying in the bed, not doing a fucking thing, let me get up and be productive. So July, 20th, I was like, you know what? I'm about to get up and go do something. So I started small, guys. I knew I was going to quit because when it get hard, it's uncomfortable. And that's what a lot of us shy away from. Oh, this discomfort. I don't want to fucking deal with it. However, I wanted to embrace that shit this time. I said, okay, cool. So I started real small. Like I said, I listened to that fat dude on fucking TikTok. I was doing 10,000 steps a day and I was only eating one meal a day. Oh, man. Probably the worst shit I ever did, like for my body, but it did develop a discipline. Like, hey, look, I know your big ass want that fucking burger, but you don't fucking need it. You ate your chicken and your lettuce for the day. Now go finish your steps. It was one of the best things that ever happened to me because that got me started. That got the momentum going. And then when the momentum started, that's when I was like, okay, this shit ain't working for me because I don't look how I want to look. Now I got to elevate this shit. So then I went and got with my man, Luther Vesulian, like I said, ended up getting his regiment. And in that regiment, guys, I had to also make another non-negotiable. I stopped eating for fucking taste. I stopped eating because, oh, I'm a fucking foodie. Nah, I started eating for functionality, and I started eating for fucking, for discipline. It's very, very simple. Whole foods, guys. Chicken, salmon, shrimp, if lean beef, 93.7, something really, really fucking lean, broccoli, green beans, Greek yogurt, strawberries, blueberries, honey, agave nectar, sweet potatoes. Guys, I eat the same shit every single day. Every single day. I can tell you right now because I weigh all of my food and I do it so much. It's just muscle memory. It's routine to my body at this point, right? So fellas, you have to get to a point to where you sacrifice that bullshit discomfort excuse, and you have to start making these sacrifices now, because the discipline that you have today will save you a lot of anguish and heartache tomorrow. My regimen is very fucking simple. A banana before my workout. Easy. That's 100, what? That's 130, that's about 105 calories right there. Banana before I work out. I come back, 10 grams of walnuts, 60 grams of blueberries, and a protein shake, whey isolate, 2 scoops. So that right there is about 391 calories with all that. And then what, 4.5 hours later, I'm eating 170 grams of salmon. I'm eating 85 grams of either sweet potatoes or regular air fried potatoes, and 200 grams of broccoli. 3.5 hours later, I'm eating 200 grams of grilled chicken breast. I'm eating 200 grams of broccoli, and I'm eating 85 grams of either white or sweet potatoes. I don't like to snack throughout the day. So my last meal of the day, I combine both my snacks, which gives me a grand total of 340 grams of Greek yogurt, 100 grams of strawberry and blueberry mix. I'm doing 40 grams of honey, and I'm doing 24 grams of walnuts. Mix all that stuff together, and that is my meal for the day. I feel satiated because you got 199, 200 grams of protein, and I'm also drinking the water. But it comes from making the sacrifice of saying no when somebody offer you that banana bread. And with the one thing that y'all don't know, kind of like my little advice, the one thing that keep me in the motherfucking chokehold, fucking peanut butter with the cashews in it. That shit has me in a chokehold. But I stay the fuck away from it because 1 teaspoon ain't gonna do for me. I'm gonna end up eating that whole jar. So I stay the fuck away from it. Or if I do know, hey, my discipline been real good, let me get a rice cake, put a teaspoon on there, a little bit of a drizzle of honey, about 5 grams of honey, 2 little slices of banana, go ahead and go to the golf course. But you know what? I'm staying away from that because even I, who know what to do, I've humbled myself enough to get a coach because they know stuff that I don't know. They see shit that I don't see. So fellas, I know a few of y'all, you look at my content, it's like, man, you inspire me to do this, bro. Inspiring is one of the things that I really pride myself on doing, because even though certain areas of my life right now is really rough, that's cool. I'm gonna leave that up to God to work out, and I'm just gonna keep doing my part. And for once, it's not trying to control shit. Like, seriously, not trying to control shit is really helping me understand what life is truly about. Control what you can control, which is my reactions, my response, and what I can do for me and other people, of what I decide to do, right? Control what you can control. And guys, you can control what you put in your mouth. No diddy. I was not at that party. I promise you that was not me. All right? I promise. So you have to be able to control what you're consuming, because you can go to the gym. You could do all the PPL splits. You can do anything you want to do in the gym. You can't outwork a bad diet. So I know motherfuckers in the gym. I see the same 5 people in the gym every morning at 4 o'clock. The reason why most of these motherfuckers haven't changed, because you can tell they scarfing down burgers and shit. Oh, I worked hard during the week. Let me reward myself on the weekends. Guys, we don't take no days off. Oh, I need a cheat meal every now and again. You had a lot of fucking cheat meals. That's why you look the way you look, right? Same with me. I had too many fucking cheat meals. I would take, look, real shit. You can ask my lady, my kids. I would go to Andy's, this custard place, and I would get whatever thing they had, whatever special they had, and fuck that shit up. Almost every other day. Andy's is a custard spot in Dallas. Guys, I'm looking back on those things and I'm realizing how fucking cooked I was. My mentality was just so wrong, right? But when you don't know, you don't know. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna burn it off. Calories in, calories out. Don't believe that bullshit. Calories out. Calories in, calories out is not the same. You can eat 2,500 calories of burgers and fries. That's from McDonald's, or you can eat 2,500 calories of lean ground beef, sweet potatoes, cottage cheese, good whole foods, and they're gonna give you two different functions. One gonna make you feel like shit and look like shit. One gonna make you feel great and look great. You got to be smart about these things, guys. So I can give you what I got in order to help me get to where I am. And what came with what I got, I'm gonna give you a little story time. And I don't like go too deep into stuff like this, right? So Luther Vasulian, one of the coaches that I still keep in touch with, he has an awesome program. And I got to give a shout out to Luther Vasulian. I got to give a shout out to Southpaw Huncho, Brandon Bagdari. I can't pronounce the last name. My man Cam. Like, they got a great staff over there. Like, these guys literally have the blueprint to get to where you want to go. You just have to fucking humble yourself and listen. Guys, we're not going to always have the answers. It's like we think we know until we don't know. You got to humble yourself. The way I did it was the way I was told to do it, right? And Luther, he'll tell you, if you go to his YouTube channel, he'll tell you the body game stories. And even Southpaw Huncho, he had hit me up. We was texting the other day. He was like, man, you going to be a pussy magnet. And I see how you, I'm like, bro, I'm damn near that now. I was like, I can't tell you some of the stories because like you wouldn't even believe me. And I'll just give y'all one. For instance, every day I go to lunch with one of my frat brothers and somebody I work with. It's always a good time. We always laughing, joking, and cutting up. Today, I want to go get my shoulder looked at, because, hey, look, I feel like a little pinch when I do my I don't knows. I call them I don't knows. You pick up the 70 kilos and you lifting your shoulder struts, but we call them I don't knows. And then you need the I don't knows because they call these leg rests too. You want the legs to rest up there pretty nice and everything, if you get what I'm saying. But I go in there and the lady, I think she was a nurse. She wasn't a doctor, but she was a nurse. So she was like, where does it hurt? I was like, when I do this, it's like just a small pinch. And then she was touching on me and stuff. She's like, okay, move here, move here. I was like, all right, cool. So she was like, can you take off your shirt? I'm cool with that now because I have the confidence to take off my fucking shirt. Not an issue, especially with all the definition that's coming in, right? So I take off my shirt and I'm in the tank top. Guys, if you really want to know if you getting the way you need to go, you got to see how that wife beater fit. If your chest still protruding and your belly, all that shit still out, you ain't ready for no wife beater. Don't put that shit on. Keep your big ass in a t-shirt. But I didn't mind being in a fucking wife beater. So I took it off and her eyes, she was like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, I keep on this stuff, whatever. I'm not as big or whatever. She's like, oh no. She's like, you work out? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, I wish my boyfriend would work out. I was like, okay, man, well, that's good. Just encourage him. She's like, no, he's cool with what he's got. And I was like, all right, cool. So I wasn't thinking nothing about it. She's sitting here asking me other questions, touching on my shoulder. Then she moved over to my chest. I was like, oh shit. So I was like, hey, I gotta go. Like, is the doctor gonna come in? She's like, oh no, she's not here. She had to leave emergency wise. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I'll come back on Monday. She's like, do you have Instagram? I was like, nah, I ain't taking no clients. I ain't gonna take female clients. She was like, no, I just want to talk to you. Do you drink? I was like, no, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do none of that. She's like, well, let's hang out after work. I was like, I can't really go there with you. And she was like, why? And I just told the truth. I was like, look, honestly, mentally, that ain't where my mind at right now. I was like, for so much of my life, I made a lot of bad mistakes when it came to bitches. I was like, I ain't trying to do that no more. And I said that in front of her. That's how much confidence I have because I don't give a fuck. I was like, I've been making bad decisions with bitches and shit. I kind of want to just focus on me and build my relationship with God. I swear to God, that turned her on even more because then she started talking about the church she go to. I was like, well, I'm Muslim. She was willing to convert. She started asking me questions about Islam. Now, don't get me wrong. On a scale of 1 to 10, shorty had to be at least an 8. You don't see too many snow bunnies with ass like that. But I was like, you know what? That ain't my mission right now. My mission is to inspire folks, help people see the light, and then get on the other side of body game to where y'all can experience some of the shit that I'm experiencing. And it ain't no bullshit. Talk to Luther, talk to Southpaw Huncho, talk to Brandon, talk to Cam. They'll tell you this shit really does happen. So look, I thought I knew fitness because, being in the army, you fluctuate or whatever, being outside in the civilian where you fluctuate. Oh, I just got to watch my calories. Fellas, you don't know what you don't know. You got to humble yourself. You're not an electrician when that light bulb go out and when you get a new one, it don't work. It's the internals. It's the things that you don't know about. Yeah, we know about calories, but we don't know about those macros. These fellas know. I know, right? So if this is you, if you watching this and you a big boy and you know you shouldn't be a big boy, reach out to me. You got my email address. It's in the link in the bio. It's in all that. So reach out to me. We'll set something up and I'll see if I want to work with you or not. Because I got to be real with you. A lot of people are not real with themselves, but I'm going to be real with you because for once in my life, I'm real with me now. So come with the truth. Come with your height. Come with your weight. Come with what's really holding you back. And if we're a good fit for each other, we can be a good fit for each other. I'm going to give you the game. I'm not gatekeeping nothing. I'm going to tell you everything I did and everything that I do. And I do it day in and day out because my mindset changed. Guys, when you in the gym, it's not just about your body. Your brain change. Your spirit changes because it becomes spiritual, man. It's like, I can't explain it. You have to literally go through it. It's like, I've been in the gym crying because emotionally I was fucked up. I've been in the gym angry just looking at how my future could look. But then the leaner I got, the more confidence I got, and the more things started happening, the respect started happening more. I was like, damn, you know what? I'm going to be all right. Regardless of how this look, regardless of how that look, I'm going to be okay. And fellas, you got to realize the mind is a dangerous fucking tool. You have to master your mind, right? Because it's your mind that wants to keep you comfortable. So when it's cold outside, when it's raining, and you got to go out there and walk to the gym, your brain is telling you, nah, you can't do that. Fuck your brain. You move because you know you're supposed to move. Don't come up with no excuses, man. You're going to look up and time going to pass. Would you rather look like you want to look in 6 months? Or would you rather still wake up looking the exact same and your life is fucking you off, man? You fucking off your life. Guys, I can't stress this shit enough. You have to absolutely take control of yourself. You have to. It took me so long to realize it. I want to be that beacon for you guys to be like, you know what? This man is literally rebuilding his life in front of us. And I'm going to stand on the top of the world when it happens. I'm telling you, I'm not letting my foot off the gas, and I'm definitely not keeping my foot off these niggas' necks. Like, that's just what it is. I spent too much time being a nice guy. I spent too much time worried about things and materialistic shit. Bruh, that shit ain't gonna even matter once you on the other side of body game. I walked around in this black t-shirt today. Oh man, Louis Vuitton. Nah, motherfucker, I am the fit. It just looked good. Yeah, it sounds arrogant, but I don't give a fuck. I know the work I put in to get to this level, and I'm still not where I wanna be. I'm probably like, I would say 11 pounds away from just literally being on the golf course with no fucking shirt on and a cowboy hat and some boots. You know what I mean? And they say, oh, when you get where you want to go, be humble. Fuck all of that. Because people want you to be humble because it minimizes them. Fuck them. You did this for you and you're going to do this for you. Check out that link in the bio. Come talk to me. Apply to see what we can do. And if I want to take you, I'll take you. If I don't think you're ready, if I don't really think you're ready to be a man and grow up, I tell you. And then when you are, come back and see me again. And we'll help you get your respect back. I'll help you look in the mirror and not brush your teeth in the mirror, because you're scared to look at that fat motherfucker that's looking back. Yeah, I know some motherfuckers do that. I used to be one. I ain't never want to turn lights on and brush my teeth because I knew how bad I look. I knew how bad it would make me feel. Don't ever get there. And if you're there, let's get you out of that. Hey, don't play them fucking away games. I got you.